From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update.
Daniels Roofing, licensed, bonded, insured roofing contractor. 45 years of generational expertise, offering a variety of roofing systems in the North State. Composition shingles, metal, tile, fire-safe wood shingles, and spray foam roofing systems. An energy-saving cool roof, perfect for commercial flat roofs and mobile homes. With other companies, you may get a foreman or a salesman, but with Daniels Roofing, you get Daniel. Call today for your free estimate. Daniels Roofing, 3 generations working hard to protect your home and business.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger. Thank you so much for joining me here this evening. Hope you had a good day so far, kind of the start to the work week. And it's a dry and cool start to the week, and should be dry for the next couple of days. Will be breezy at times. You may have noticed that, especially in the valley here today. Could see more of that, especially for tomorrow. Then rain and snow returns near the end of the week. I'm thinking sometime around Wednesday night into Thursday, with that low elevation snow to start, and then eventually starting to rise. And when I say low elevation snow, the potential for maybe a bit of a mix out towards the Redding and even Red Bluff areas. Before we get to that in the deeper dive, though, let's get you through Krueger's quickcast here. Start off here for tonight. And yes, if you enjoyed the cold weather we saw this morning and last night, then you're going to enjoy tonight. But I have a feeling most of you won't. I mean, look at this. I mean, we're down into the single digits. Could even drop down to 0, maybe even below 0 at points out towards Modoc County. I mean, look at off to the east. Look at to the north. Single digits, low to mid-teens. Now, even for Trinity County, you're in the upper teens to low 20s, mid-20s for Trinity County, and those low 30s for the coast, and probably somewhere in the mid-30s for the valley. Now, keep in mind, the valley, those temperatures will depend on what those winds decide to do here for tomorrow morning. Taking you out the door here for tomorrow morning, cold. Any way you look at it, even for the valley, down to the single digits and teens for most of the higher elevations. So again, definitely that cold start to the day tomorrow. All right, so we do have the activity off towards the west. This is all approaching and moving closer to us, but high pressure is still the dominant feature today, and really, as we go into, well, it was today, and of course, as we go into tomorrow as well. But we will start to see that begin to break down, and eventually we have some rain in the forecast. And you'll see that here on Futurecast here as we go into tonight and tomorrow. We still got mainly clear skies, maybe some fog developing for some of those inland and mountain valleys here, but not so much along the coast, it looks like. Here's noon on Tuesday, and look at this behind me. We've got this band of rain here, but it looks to push to our south. Now, if you notice by Tuesday night, some of that may clip extreme southern portions of our viewing areas. So southern Trinity County, places like Garberville around southern Humboldt County, and it may even clip southern Tehama, Glenn, and Butte counties. But overall, it's going to be dry tomorrow, but by tomorrow night, there may be some of that activity at the very northern fringe of where this rain is. But again, for the most part, it's dry, right? We take a look at the winds, and tomorrow morning, yeah, a little breezy. That should help to keep the temperatures up a little bit in especially the north end of the valley, but cold nonetheless. And then a bit breezy as we go into midday tomorrow, and afternoon, the winds kind of start to die down a little bit. All right, so here's your forecast for tomorrow. Temperatures in the low 50s for the valley, 20s and 30s. Those are the daytime highs in the mountains. Although in Trinity County, upper 40s inland, and we're talking temperatures upper 40s to low 50s for the coast. So a quick look at your 7-day outlook. You've got that possibility for a mix for Redding and Red Bluff, but I don't expect any rainfall for you, at least any wet weather, until Wednesday night, Thursday, and then off and on rain here as we go into your President's Day weekend. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast for the coast, inland, and for Trinity County. I'm broad brushing the snow levels at around 1,000 feet. It just depends on where you are, but low snow levels to start off on Thursday, and then they'll start to rise as we take into the weekend and into your President's Day. Let's take a look at your Siskiyou, Modoc County, and the eastern mountains here. Again, broad brushing at about 1,000. Could be lower in some cases, higher in others, especially to the east. For example, places like the northern Sierra, southern Cascades tend to be a little bit higher in those snow levels, but they will be climbing up back up to about 6,000 feet over the weekend, and then by President's Day, maybe back down to about 3,500 to about 4,500 feet, once again, depending on where you are. All right, that's Krueger's Quick Cast. Let's go into that deeper dive now. And there's really not a whole lot to dive deeply into, but we'll get into it. We'll show you what we're talking about. Again, we've got all of this activity here. This area of low pressure has some colder air associated with it, and there's another one coming in behind that. The first batch of rain looks to push to our south, which again, we'll take a look at that on Futurecast here and show what I'm talking about. All right, so here we are, 6 p.m. We go into, here we are through the day on Tuesday, right? Not much in the way of cloud cover there. Again, there is that rain, and we showed you this a little bit earlier. You can see how this is all pushing to the south, maybe some activity in extreme southern portions of our viewing area, and then by the time we get into Wednesday, right? There's that next system coming in. So this is the one that's coming in Wednesday and into Thursday that could bring us to lower snow levels and, of course, that rainfall kicking in as well. Here's the bigger picture. So again, this is the storm system that we're seeing here on the satellite image. This is going to be pushed down to the south. So as we do go into Tuesday night into Wednesday, rain and snow is down to our south. The Sierra is seeing some snow, it looks like. But the system coming in behind that is right here. This one will not push to the south and will move in. Now, the main batch of moisture, the atmospheric river, if you will, is mainly pointed to our south. But this cold storm system is going to tap into that warmer air, and that's going to warmer moisture as well, and that's why we expect to see some decent rainfall for the lower elevations and some heavy snow in the higher elevations. Now, the thing is, it's cold. You may have already noticed that. The colder air is already in place. So what tends to happen is when you have the colder air there initially, and then this warm, moist air moves in over that colder air, that's when you start to see the snow levels initially starting. And then eventually we start to see those snow levels begin to rise. So this is why I do expect that bit of a mix possibly around Redding, maybe even Red Bluff, but Chico most likely in the form of rain. And then after that, it's off and on chances for rain. You saw that we're looking at those higher snow levels as we get into the weekend and early next week, but still some wet weather in the forecast off and on through the weekend and even into early next week. So let's take a look at the winds here as we go into tomorrow morning. A little breezy out there, even a little bit stronger by midday, and then they start to die down by Tuesday afternoon. And then going into your Wednesday morning, a little breezy, but not that bad. In fact, the wind should be much calmer for your Wednesday. So here's your wave heights, and you can see they are starting to drop, so that's certainly some good news, and will continue as we go into your Wednesday. They actually may start to increase as we do have that approaching storm system. That tends to happen as these storms move in. We see those wave heights begin to go up. So tonight, the temperatures in the valley in particular will depend on the winds. So we could be looking at mid to even upper 30s for places like Redding and Cottonwood, but where we most likely will be sheltered by the winds, it may be colder, maybe some upper 20s for places like Chico. But there it is, the cold temperatures in the north and east in the single digits in the teens, upper teens, low 20s, Trinity County, mid 20s for the inland areas, and low 30s out along the coast. So another cold night as we go into tonight and tomorrow morning. So here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures upper 40s for your daytime highs. Dry tomorrow, dry Wednesday, and there's that wet weather returning by Thursday, down to as low as 1,000 feet, maybe locally lower. Here's a look at your North Coast neighborhood forecast. Dry through Wednesday. There's that rain coming in Thursday. Now, again, if we see any rain in the next 24 hours, it will be to the south, around Garberville, maybe Shelter Cove, maybe Alder Point, seeing a slight sprinkle, light shower, but again, that's Tuesday night. But don't count on much, if anything. And then we take it over to the north, Smith River, about 54, 51 for Orleans. There's that wet weather returning by Thursday. Your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast. It's going to be a cold day tomorrow. I mean, you're only getting in the low to mid 30s. Happy Camp, the warmer spot, right, at about 41 degrees. Modoc County, 20s for your highs. Maybe getting up to 31 and 8 but you can see pretty much everyone is going to stay below freezing for your daytime high on Tuesday. Chilly. All right, there's your eastern mountains, pretty cold there as well. Not as cold as Modoc County, but we are looking at temperatures somewhere in the mid-30s, although warmer in Paradise with a high of about 49 degrees. By the way, Paradise, you may see some snowflakes with Thursday's system as that colder air moves in. Here's your Valley neighborhood forecast to the south, brought to you by Walgamuth Painting. Those temperatures in the low 50s. Again, we're looking at dry conditions here with the showers returning by Thursday. I don't expect the mix for the south end of the valley like Chico, for example. I think it'll just be rain, off and on showers here for Friday, Saturday, and for your President's Day. All right, let's take a look up to the north, also brought to you by Walgamuth Painting. Your temperatures in the low to mid 50s, your daytime highs. There's a look at your 7-day outlook. Yeah, maybe even Red Bluff could see that mix here on Thursday. That's also the case for Redding. As you can see, it will be cooler too, with a high of about 47. And then on Friday, it looks like off and on showers, maybe a bit of a break on Saturday with more showers by Sunday and into your President's Day. That is your evening update. I'll be back again tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. and live on Coffee with Krueger at 7 a.m. Have yourselves a great night.
Barr & Mudford is a top established firm here in the North State. Founded over a half-century ago, Barr & Mudford is protecting the rights of our neighbors and community. We take our commitment to our clients very seriously and provide a level of excellence unrivaled in the North State. Barr & Mudford, standing up for the rights of our neighbors and our beautiful community, serving Northern California with excellence.